You stupid people, you need to be a bit more intellectual. Okay? Two things can exist at the same time. Now, what I'm talking about is I can love the Welsh language and still disagree with the way it's being taught. I can welcome all religions into our country and still acknowledge that there's a fundamental issue and problem with Islam. I think politics have become way too rigid. And I've noticed that in my videos and comments and newspaper things that have been happening, that when I say that there's an issue with the Welsh language being taught, is automatically, oh, she's against the Welsh language, she doesn't agree with it, she doesn't like Welsh, she doesn't think it should be taught. I've never said that. And this is the realities of playing politics. Politics has to remain flexible. Two different realities can exist at the same time. And it's really important when we're voting in May, are aware of multiple realities. Otherwise, we're going to vote for people that are going to be shocking for our nation. So you can agree with something and acknowledge the problems within that topic. I can acknowledge or welcome religions into this country, as we should, right? Even though this is a fundamentally Christian nation, part of our Christianity is to accept everybody to live in our country, no matter what God they serve. However, I can also acknowledge that there's a fundamental issue with the religion of Islam, and it does not coexist with our culture in Britain. You can acknowledge those two things at the same time. So please be flexible with your politics, really listen in, do your research. I keep saying this, it's not just about reading or hearing. You really need to study. Right? You have to study politics to understand it. And then you have to be aware of things around you, especially when it comes to the parties that you're going to vote for. If you're going to vote for people like Plaid or Labour, or what I've now learned they called is Labour, which I think is brilliant. But if you're going to vote for parties like them, they're rigid. They're rigid. They do not see anything outside the rigidity of their politics and their ideas. Now, I'm not up for that. I am not up for that. And I definitely will not be voting for Plaid or Labour. You can absolutely take my word on it. I will not be doing it. Matt, what do you think about acknowledging two realities? Do you think that politics has become so boxed?
Yes, very much so. There's no nuance, is there? No. It's become very divided, very left or right, very black or white. There's no grey. Right. Which, I'm sorry, but the truth will land in the middle somewhere. But because I think parties are always wanting to appeal to their base, or let me say, appeal to the fringes, the most radical elements of their base, you have to come down on a marker. You can't come down in the middle, and that's just the way it seems. And it's not good.
But the moment you say that you're not going to vote for Plaid or Labour, you're automatically right-wing activist.
Oh yeah,
right-wing fascist.
Come on. After one video, everything we're doing labelled a far right, extremist, promoting far right people. It's just like what? Just have some grey area in your life to recognise the truth.
If things were that straightforward, then politics wouldn't be in the mess it is today, right? But there's a lot of grey area with politics. Just because I'm not for or a supporter of the policies that Plaid put forward, and I will be doing a video with their policies of why I'm not voting for them. But just because I'm not voting for them and not supporting them does not automatically make me a right-wing fascist. It's the most ridiculous concept, and the moment that someone comments that, I know they are the most inflexible people. They can't think outside of the box.
But there's also, we don't label them alt or far left communists.
No.
And we can recognise that they're not evil through and through.
No.
They're not going out to be that way. They believe they are trying their best for Wales. They believe what their policies stand for are correct and are
Yes.
upright. We just disagree with them, but that's okay.
Yes.
But just because we disagree with them on many topics, we don't label them these extreme labels.
So, I mean, a perfect example of that is I interviewed Neil McAvoy. You can go back and watch the interview with him. And he's a self-acknowledged left-wing person. His ideas is based and rooted in socialism, which is different from what I believe in. However, he's a nice man. We had a lovely conversation. He came across with some excellent arguments that I could acknowledge and take on, right? So we have to stop being so aggressively offended.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Someone says something we disagree with.
Yeah.
Oh, they are the opposite of what we are to the extreme.
Yeah, you do yourself no favours, because the moment we see that, I know my producer just switches off. She's like, I'm not even reading it, because it's such a childish school play yard way to do politics. Politics need to be mature. And we particularly love the comments. Even if they disagree with us, we love the disagreement ones. But saying, well, I disagree because of this policy or because of this. And they bring a rounded argument to the table. That's maturity in politics, folks. But just to check out, you're a right-wing fascist activist is just the most stupid thing. You stupid people, you need to be a bit more intellectual. Okay? Just putting it out there. I'm just going to be a little bit Donald Trump for a moment. It's stupidity. You need to be a bit more intellectual when it comes to politics. So, when you go to torment next time, please bring me an argument that is solid, right? That I can take on and research, and you may just change my mind. You never know. I'm open, free thinker, right? So, all I have to say, don't look to the left, don't look to the right, look up, all stupid people.